Well, I'm on the farm today. It's a beautiful spring day, and things are starting to green up a little bit. Won't be long, and we'll just be mowing grass. A little bit of a breeze. It's sunny and warm. Gotta move the Farmall from my shed back here over to my white barn with the green roof, and then I need to bring my Massey Ferguson 50 that doesn't have the loader over here, and I'm gonna park it back in the shed where the Farmall is. We got the 1105 has been delivered back to the farm along with the round baler, and while I'm motoring around, I'll show you all that too. So I've been taking some liberty with my tractors over the winter and just driving through the field, but I could probably still do it, but I kind of like to stay on the designated paths going into first cutting. Farmall 350 sounds good. Sounds like it's running good, but it is 64 years old. I thought while we're setting up row crop tractor high, I'd give you a little better glimpse and some better daylight conditions of where I kind of cleared some of these autumn. There's still a big giant mess down through there, but really had trouble with people trying to pull their trailers up and back into that door because all that crap out in there. That problem is alleviated, and hopefully you can see this. Hope I don't poke an autumn olive thorn through my Farmall, but we'll drive out in here. Highly unlikely I'll plant this and expect any hay off of it this year. There's so much debris, it's just going to be a job getting all that stuff cleared out. That was a particular difficult spot right up there. When the guy came and plucked these autumn olives out, I had a hard time getting him to understand that I was interested in a hay field, and he went right to the edge of that road right there, and he started plucking out trees, as you can see right in here. So it took some doing to get my Massey Ferguson with the loader to get all that stuff out of there. So the next thing we're going to do is, when time and conditions are favorable, we'll start burning these brush piles. So there's a little bit of grass in here, just kind of native grass. There's probably some timothy in here. I've sown timothy in here before, and probably some orchard grass. I'm sure there's fescue. Fescue's everywhere around here. But I'm not sure I'm going to hit this field with Roundup if I plant teff grass in it. I might just kind of scratch it up and plant the teff grass. Let whatever comes in with it come in, because it's probably going to do that anyway. And in many ways, we're all about mixed grass hay now. So I guess to have mixed grass, you got to have a mixture. Let me back this thing into the barn and I'll come back. All right, so that's one accomplishment. Now I just got to get off this horse without breaking my neck. Here's the 1105, and we're just really glad to have this tractor back. And I'll have another video detailing exactly what was done, so this one doesn't stretch into a documentary. And but it's been sitting outside. Obviously the fella had it over winter, the mechanic. He agreed to take it last fall, and when I had my sprayer hauled down, they hauled this thing back and saved me some money, you know, from having to make another trip. And so just really glad to have this Massey 1105 back. And then back here on the same load today, they brought the John Deere 335 round baler. So really glad to have this thing. Kind of mixed emotions in some way about, you know, a round baler. The money is really in square bales, but as I've mentioned in other videos, my kids have got grown and they got other fish to fry, and I'm not getting any younger. So you know, you got to adjust your business in order to survive as a viable farm operation. And so as I get older, it may be that at some point we don't make so many square bales. Maybe we'll make more round bales, but that remains to be seen. There's not a lot of money in round bales around here. Just a bazillion people make them. We wanted 4x4, like I've said in my other videos, which is what this baler is. And we actually wanted string tie. I know that kind of goes against the conventional wisdom. Everybody wants net wrap, but we surveyed our customers, and they wanted our horse hay customers, and they like string because it's just easier to get off. They don't have loaders, and if they do, it's on a Kubota BX. You know, they're kind of rolling these things around, 4x4 bales. And so they like I say, we surveyed them, and that's what they wanted. Now it remains to be seen if we actually use this baler in 2022. So there's some things we got to take a good hard look at. I need to look at the pickup teeth. There's a couple of wind guards missing here. I need to get those things on. The wind guards is probably pretty Mickey Mouse, but I need to look at the belts. I'm not ready to cut a field, and with the idea that this thing's just going to bale it up no problems, because it's all new to us. I need to look at the belts. There is some wear on the belts. This one over here is somewhat frayed. I've been told that it's a good idea to redo your the lacings on the belt. So we're going to be looking at that, and then we're going to be looking at the bearings on the rollers, putting a heat gun to them, and seeing if they're heating up. I can't imagine the baler this old if it hadn't had one of these rollers replaced, that it won't need one or two. So we want to kind of be mindful of that. So I'm not sure that we'll actually make a round bale. We might do some testing, but you know, as far as being the seller is a good friend of mine, and he feels like this thing is field ready and ready to go, and I believe him, and I have no reason to doubt. I'm just a little more cautious about having a lot of acreage on the ground, and you know, maybe a bearing heats up or a belt breaks, or you know, something happens. So we're just going to kind of take our time and ease into this baler. So Not sure we're really going to mash this thing into service this year. I want to just be really sure what I got before we cut a field, and this is the only thing we're going to use. And you can imagine if this baler goes down and I've got hundreds and hundreds of square bales that I'd otherwise have to make, I may not be in a position to do that. And so I need to be pretty judicious on putting this round baler in the field, such that I know it's drop dead reliable. And you know, we don't lose a bunch of hay, either round bales or square bales, because we're not in a position to make them. But anyway, that's the John Deere long talk about a baler and what our intent is with it. But we're just really happy to have it. And I almost bought a Vermeer round baler, and I'll have another video on that, and I'll talk about that at some point. So the 1105 is back, and then what I got to do next is well, actually, before I do anything next, I got to put out some mouse poison. That we're getting into the time of the year where the mouse population in this barn just explodes. The snake population, particularly the black snakes, will explode with it. But we like the mice. We're animal lovers, but we love our wiring more than we do the mice. So I want to get some chunks of mouse poison, put in some areas where, you know, a dog or a cat can't get to it, but certainly a mouse can, and kind of proactively try to keep them from building nests up in the top of the tractor and chewing through our wires. And oh man, had this hood open. I have a disconnect on the battery in there, and I never locked it back down. This thing had been sitting all winter back here in the barn, and fired right off today. We'll see if it'll fire off again. Cross your fingers. Yep. I get my finger in these videos. Not my intent, but all right. We'll mosey back over to the barn and give this thing park it in the other shed. All right, so I got the Massey 50 in here, and so lots going on. Spring is here, and just a lot of preparation we need to do in advance of you know, cutting hay, but kind of moving in that direction. Appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and kind of hang with us through the summer as we try to make hay on this farm. And we'll talk to you later.